Good morning, everyone. So I hope you all fine. So I heartily welcome you all for ELOR. So today online classes. So last class we are discussing about understanding quadrilateral. The same topic is continuing over here. We learned the properties of quadrilaters and some classification of quadrilateral. Just we are going to recall the concept. Here the picture is given in front of you. Square. Second picture is rectangle. Third one is a parallelogram. Fourth one is the rhombus. Fifth one is a trapezium. Fifth one is a kite. So we know the properties. Just recall for your side according to the sides. Two pair of parallel sides are equal in square. Two pair of parallel sides or opposite sides are equal in rectangle. Two pair of parallel sides and opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. Two pair of parallel sides and all the sides are equal in rhombus. One pair of parallel sides, and we are not supposed to say all the sides are equal. Now any two sides are equal. Two pair of sides are equals in kite. So when you come to the property of angles, all the angles are right angles in rectangle and squares. Opposite angles are equal in parallelogram and rhombus. And obviously we are not going to say anything about trapeziums, and one opposite pair of opposite angles are equal in kite. And meanwhile diagonals and go on, diagonal bisect a right angle only in rectangle and rhombus and kite. So remaining figure, it's diagonal equal only. Now we can come for the exercise problem by applying those concepts. The first problem is, given a parallelogram ABCD, complete each statements with definition of the property used. The problem is given here. It's a parallelogram ABCD. We know the property of parallelogram. All the sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. Diagonals are equal in length. Diagonals are bisect each other. So these are the property we are going to use it. The question is something they are going to ask over here. We are going to solve it. AD is equal to AD is a side. DCB is an angle. OC is a diagonal side, a part. And we are going to give the answer for the problem. Now, come for the first question. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal in length. We know that. So, similarly, AD is equal to BC. So, both sides are parallel and opposite also. When you come for the second part, parallelogram opposite angles are equal in measures. So, DCB, which is equal to DAB. I hope you see the figure. You can understand the concept. The third one is, in a parallelogram, diagonals are bisect each other. So bisect means we could say OC is equal to OA. Similarly, we can say OB is equal to OD. In a parallelogram, adjacent angles are supplementary to each other. So adjacent angle is represented here. DAB plus angle of CDA is equal to 180 degree. When adjacent angle equal, supplementary, then we can say the sides are parallel, and we can use parallel sides and transversal concept. Similarly, we can say all the adjacent sides next to that will be equal to, the sum will be 180 degree. Okay. Come for the second problem. Consider the following parallelograms. Find the value of unknown x, y and z. So they clearly given very clearly it's a parallelogram. The first figure also ABCD is a parallelogram. Second figure also a parallelogram. Third also a parallelogram. It's some kind of parallelograms. All the type of parallelograms. So we are going to apply some concepts of properties or linear pair or exterior angle, whatever we can, you know that you just apply it and get to know the answer for this. The first figure. So we know that x plus 100 is equal to 180 degree because adjacent angles are supplementary when AD is parallel to DC. So x plus 100 is equal to 180 degree. Then what is the value of x? Obviously, transpose 100 over that side. So 180 minus 100 is equal to 80. The value of x is equal to 80. If x is equal to 80, what is the value of z then? We know the concept. Z and x are opposite angles. So opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal in length. So z also 80 degree. What about y? Y also opposite to angle B, which is 100 degree. So here we are simply applying the properties of adjacent angles and opposite angles. Now come for the second figure. Here, look out the figure very carefully. We can apply that same concepts. 50 plus y is equal to 180 degree because adjacent angles are supplementary in a parallelogram. So what is the value of y then? If you transpose 50 over that, say as a minus, 180 minus 50, the value of y is equal to 130. Yes, clear. Now, what is the value of x? We know that x is the opposite angles of parallelogram. So x is also 130. And similarly, we know the property x and z. X and Z's are corresponding angles with respect to the sides are parallel and transversal. So we can say Z and X is equal to 130 degree. Suppose if you don't like, you can use a linear pair concept and you can say that 50 plus this side also 50. Then we can apply the concept of linear pair and you can get a value of 130 degree. So we can use the opposite angles property also, we can get the values also. So whichever is the easiest one, we have to try to follow the answer for. Okay, come for the third questions. Here the figure, first you can consider x is equal to 90 degree because the vertical opposite angles are equal, that's given as a 90 degree. Now you can look at over there a triangle, so we can easily apply the properties of triangle where x, y and 30 degree is equal to 180 degree by angle sum property. We already know the value of x, substitute over the 90 plus 30 is equal to 120. So what is the value of y then? 180 minus 120. When you transpose over that side, it comes as a minus. So y is equal to 60 degree. If y is equal to 60 degree, what is the value of z? That is alternate angle because parallel line and alternate side. So we could say that z and y also 60 degree by alternate angles are equal. So please remember the parallel line and transversal concept also to applying this. Okay, now come for the fourth problem. So by seeing it, you can get very clearly, we can use linear pair or we can use corresponding angles. Yeah, z is equal to corresponding angle, z is equal to 80 degree. If similarly y is the opposite angle of 80, so we can say y is equal to 80 degree for opposite angle of a parallelogram. And we can apply for the adjacent angle property. If you apply the adjacent angle property, x plus 80 is equal to 180 degree. X value already we don't know, but we know the value of y. What is the value of y? It is 80. Y is 80 mean x plus 80 is equal to 180. So if you transpose 80 over that side, it will come x is equal to 180 minus 80. 180 minus 80, the value of x is equal to 100. Good. Similarly, we can apply the concept of z is equal to 80. Already we know that. We can apply the linear pair and find the interior angle, and we can apply the opposite angles of a property also. Come for the final problem of fifth one. Here, so x and y is given over there. We can apply the concept as our convenient, whatever we know that. So we can use the triangle property, parallelogram property, anything we can apply. Here y is equal to 112 because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal in measures. Similarly, is triangle x, y 40 is equal to 180 degree by angle sum property. Y value already we know that 112. So 112 plus 112 plus 40, we can get answer 152. So when you transpose 152 over that side, it will come as a minus. So x is equal to 180 minus 152, which is nothing but 28 degree. X is equal to 28. What is the value of z then? Z also will be 28 because alternate interior angles are equal in measures. So here also we are applying the parallel line and transversal concept to get the answer of the given parallelogram. Okay. Students, please make sure about the properties to applying it. If without property, we can't do anything. Now come for the third problem. Can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle B and D are 180 degree? So remember that if you have a doubt, draw the picture of ABCD in same order. So we know that from D and B are 180 degree. Quadrilateral ABCD may and may not be a parallelogram. This may or may not be parallelogram. Along with this condition, the following conditions should be fulfilled when the sum of the adjacent angle should be 180 degree. We should be very careful. The sum of the angle will be 180 degree. Then only this case will be possible. Because it is given the rule. So opposite angles should be the same measures. That also the given. Adjacent angle should be 180 degree mean definitely the figure should be a either parallelogram, either rectangle or a square. Then only because rectangle and square all the angles are 90 degrees, so adjacent angle sum also will become 90, but it's not in all the case. If you come for parallelogram, it will be not satisfy. If you come in the case of rhombus, it will not satisfy. So please make sure about it when you get the answers. The third one, AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 cm because opposite angles are equal in measures. If you draw the diagram, you will get to know very well. And AD is equal to BC. AD, BC are the opposite sides, but it's different in length because it's 4 cm, that is 4.4 cm. So it is not be a quadrilateral. And come for the third one, A is equal to 90 degrees, C is equal to 65. A and C are adjacent, opposite angles. Opposite angles should be equal. Make sure about it. Draw the left diagram of the quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of measures. So what figure have, it's not a parallelogram but exactly two opposite angles are equal. Remember the properties, whatever the classification of quadrilateral we used? Yeah, this figure ABCD. So the opposite angles are equal. So here quadrilateral ABCD kite is name of this figure look like kite, has two of interior angle B and D are same measures. However, still the quadrilateral ABCD is not a parallelogram. So try to understand, it's not a parallelogram, but we can get an answer. Come for the fifth one. The measure of two adjacent angles in the parallelogram in the ratio of 3:2. Adjacent angle 3:2. Find the measure of each angle of the parallelogram. The first of all, we have to draw the parallelogram ABCD. Name it as ABCD, and A and B are the adjacent angles. And we have to give the ratio of 2:2. So A is equal to 3x, B is equal to 2x. Draw the picture to get a clear idea about it. We know the sum of the measure of the adjacent angle should be 180 degree for a parallelogram. So A plus B is equal to 180 degree. A is equal to 3x, B is equal to 2x. So 5x is equal to 180 degree. Then what is the value of x then? 180 divided by 5. That is nothing but 36 degree. If x is equal to 36, what is the measure of 3x? So 3 into 36. What is the measure of 2x? 2 into 36. Then we are going to apply the resultant same. A and C are the opposite angles, where 3x 180 degree, because 3x is equal to 108. B and D are the opposite angle, which is equal to 72 degree. That is also opposite angle. If you draw the picture here, I am not given the picture. I request you people to draw the picture to get a clear idea about it. The adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Find the measure of each angles of a parallelogram. Okay, adjacent angle of parallelogram, equal measures. They given very equal measures. So we know that sum of the adjacent angle should be 180 degree. But here they given us equal. Equal means that should be equal measures. For example, we can draw the picture over there. You can draw the picture and get to know the answer. Angle A and B is equal to 180 degree. A and B are equal. So we can say angle A plus angle A is equal to 180 degree. Which is nothing but 2 times of angle A is equal to 180 degree. Then what is the measure of angle A? 180 divided by 2, which is nothing but 90 degree. If a figure angle will be 90 degree, either it may be a square or a rectangle, right? And similarly, we know that B is equal to 90 degree mean the D also 90 degree. A is equal to 90 degree mean C also 90 degree. Please, this picture also I am not given the diagram. You have to draw. That is the work I am given to you. Please, the pictures you have to draw the pictures. Each angle of a parallelogram measures is 90 degree. So the figure, it may be a square or may be a rectangle. We'll see that. Please draw the pictures and verify it. Okay, come for the seventh problem. The adjacent figures hope is a parallelogram. Find the angle measures x, y and z. State the property of use to find them. So know that the picture is given clear. The y is equal to 40 degree because alternate angles are equal, because EH and PO are parallel lines. PH is a transversal line. So y is equal to 40 degree. Now how to find out the value of the next one? Z is equal to 70 is equal to Z plus 40, because corresponding angles PO and X, EH, X, that angle will be correspondent to each other because the parallel lines. So that's why we are using. Then what is the value of Z then? 70 minus 40, the value of Z is equal to 30. Otherwise, we can apply similar in the another category. We can use the properties. We can find the value of Z in another category, because we know the value of y is equal to 40. Exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior. We can apply the same and we can get the resultant also. Now here, what is the value of x? If you find the interior linear pair of interior angle, then you can get x is equal to the same measures. But or else you have to find out the one more pair of adjacent angles to get a value of 110. Here you can use linear pair concept and you can use opposite angles also. That is also another method for you. The following figure, gun and runs, are the parallelograms. Find x and y in the length in centimeters. Make sure the first figure, guns, is given the sides. Second figure, runs, is given in the diagonals. The bisector diagonals is given. So we know that opposite sides are equal and diagonals are bisect each. Bisect means both are equal in measures. Now come for the first figure, gun. So we know that the length of the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal to each other. So GU is equal to SN. GU is 3y minus 1, which is equal to 26. So 3y is equal to 27 when you transpose 1 over that side. Then value of y is equal to 27 by 3, which is 9. So now similarly we can apply for the second side. UN is equal to GN. GS. Yes or no? Just think over the problem. Yes. So SG is equal to NU. The opposite sides are equal. So 3x is equal to 18. The value of x is equal to 18 by 3, which gives the answer as 6. So where the answer we are getting the solutions, the measures of x and y are 6 centimeter and 9 centimeter respectively. Similarly, we have to apply for the second problem, which is given the diagonal bisects. We have to apply it because we know the property is very clear, because those kind of problem only will be asked. Please make sure about it. The run. Second problem is a run. So diagonals are bisect each other. Bisect mean both are equal in measure. If you consider bisected angle is O, and we can consider RO is equal to ON and SO is equal to OU. Here we can say that OU is equal to OS, so y plus 7 is equal to 20, so y is equal to 20 minus 7, which is nothing but 13. The value of y is equal to 13. Similarly, if you apply the opposite sides, x plus y is equal to 16, so y value already we found here, so x plus 13 is equal to 16, transpose 13 over that side, so x is equal to 16 minus 13 is nothing but 3. The measures of x and y are 3 and 13 centimeter respectively. Here they given the question length in the centimeters. We have to represent the values in the centimeters. So that's why we are representing here. Okay, students, good you understand, I think. Okay, fine. In the above figure, risk and clue are the parallelograms. So listen the figure very carefully, where the risk is there, where is clue is there, and we have to find the value of x. So a lot of methods will be there. You can apply whatever method you want. Here I am giving the simplest solutions. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. In a parallelogram, risk RKS and ISK is equal to 180 degree, because the both angles are adjacents. Please check the figure. So RKS is equal to 120. So what is the value of ISK then? 180 minus 120 is nothing but 60 degree. Now, so ISK 60. Similarly, opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal in clue. So CULC, which is equal to CEU. So 70 degree is opposite to 70 degree. The sum of the measure of the interior angle of a triangle is 180 degree. So check it over. ES, there you can represent as a O. So x plus 60 plus 70 is equal to 180 degree. 60 plus 70 is nothing but 130. So x is equal to 180 minus 130. The resultant is 50 degree. So please apply the property or proper method to get a solution. Come for the 10th problem. Explain how this figure is a trapezium. Which of the two sides are parallel? So we have to know the property of trapezium and parallelogram. So please apply those property in the given figure to get the solutions. Take the figures. How could you see a trapeziums? Check out the properties. One side should be a parallel because the corresponding angle should be equal. So if a transversal line is intersecting two given lines such that the sum of the measure of angle on the same side transversal is 180 degree, then the given lines are called parallel to each other. That is called parallel line and transversal explanations. Here NML plus MLK are 180 degree. So the sum of the two adjacent angles are 180 degree. We could say NM parallel to ALK. If two sides are parallel, then we could say that quadrilateral KLMN is called trapezium. So please remember, again I am telling you parallel line and transversal concepts to get to know the solution over here. Come for the problem number 11. Find angle of C in the following figure if AB parallel to DC. So B is equal to 120 is given that. So we could know that B plus C is equal to 180 because angles on the same side transversal is 180 degree. So B measurement is 120. We are just applying the values. 120 plus C is equal to 180 degree. So the value of 180 is nothing but C is equal to 180 minus 120. We can get the resultant C is equal to 60 degree. So when C is equal to 60 degree, they are given that both are parallel. So definitely we can find the value of C. Now the last and final questions. Find the measures of the P and S if SP parallel to RQ in the following figure. If you find angle R, there is more than one method to find angle P. Please check out. So in the given figure, we have to find out first R, P. So P plus Q is equal to 180 degree because angles on the same side transversal. So P plus Q is equal to 130. So value of P is equal to 50 degree. If value of P is equal to 50 degree, that is enough. Then you can come for the next side. R and S are 180 degree because angles on the same side transversal where SP parallel to RQ as given. So 90 plus S is equal to 180 degree. Then what is the value of S? 180 minus 90, the resultant is 90. So do you think that is one more method is there to find out angle of P or S or over here? Yes, of course, there is one more method to find the measures of P, because angle of R and Q are given. We know that after finding angle S, because by angle sum property, angles on the same side transversal, we finding S, angle sum property of quadrilateral can be applied. Because angle sum property of quadrilateral, sum of the all angles equal to 360 degree. If you apply the method also, you can find the value of P. Because I am telling you, there is each and every problem have minimum 3 solutions to solve. Please go through it. Okay children, I hope you understood this exercise fully. So for your better understanding, I am given to the recall of the content again. Please do carefully, listen carefully, and please subscribe it, Elo, and thank you, and see you in next classes. I hope you could understand the concepts very well. Please, I am telling you again and again, please go through the properties. If you learn the properties, if you understand the property, then only we can able to solve such kind of problems. Thank you. See you on next day classes.